All right, well, it might not be paint, but this artist can still create with the colors of the wind. Cody's standing by with a look at something called wind art.
Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful. Thomas Jackson's joining us now to talk a little bit about this. Thomas, as a weather person, I totally appreciate what you're doing with the wind.
Well, thank you.
So tell us a little bit, how'd you get started doing this?
I think this series started when I was really interested in fire. Because as you know, all of us living in Northern California, very focused on fire. And instead of actually photographing fires, I thought I would make my own sort of representations of fire out of fabric, out of sort of the tools, sort of stuff they make tutus out of. So I started trying to do this, but as I progressed through the work, it sort of took on a life of its own. And I wasn't always successful making fire, but I made something else. And it sort of became about the winds more than it became about anything else. So the wind sort of took over my project in a sense.
It's kind of amazing to see it, and like I've seen the still photographs. Now we're looking at the video, and it's almost like the wind makes your art dance.
Yeah. Well, part of it is that I don't like to have to make all the decisions myself. I don't trust myself always to make decisions. So if I can outsource those decisions to someone else, that's great. And in this case, I'm outsourcing to the wind, and I set things up, and it does the rest.
What kind of material? You said some tulle, and what kind of materials you're working with?
It's sort of like a very lightweight mesh fabric that it can just turn into almost anything depending on how you set it up, how you hang it, how you arrange it. It's incredibly versatile and mutable. And the wonderful thing about it is that it's very durable, so I can use it over and over again. Because people often ask me how sustainable my work is, so I recycle heavily.
It's almost like it's alive. Seriously, it's beautiful.
Yeah, well, they're also long exposures. So instead of being hundreds of seconds or something, they're 1 second, 2 seconds, sometimes even 10 seconds, depending on how hard the wind is blowing. So you're seeing not one frozen moment, you're seeing an extended moment.
Oh, I see. What kind of reaction do you get from it?
I mean, all different kinds of reactions, but people tend to like them. But people, when I'm actually making them in the landscape, people are often quite shocked.
I bet. I would honestly, I would like to come out and watch you do this sometime. If people want to check out your art, where do they need to go?
They can go to my website, thomasjacksonphotography.com, or they can go to one of my galleries, jacksonfineart.com, and Instagram, thomasjackson415 is my handle.
I love it, and it's a good windy day today, man. I'm just telling you, good and windy.
I should get out there.
Nice to meet you. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you so much.
Isn't that cool? All right, stick around. We got more coming up in the show. I just think that was magical.
Yeah.